This is TWiT.
This is really shameful, I think. Apparently, Twitter for a long time had a culture that it was okay in their Slack to say, hey, Jack, I don't like this, or you're doing it wrong.
Right.
And apparently those rules haven't been changed explicitly, but they've absolutely been implicitly changed now.
Oh, no.
Elon foolishly, I think Elon likes to pretend he's a coder, like he did a Vim joke the other day.
Oh, boy.
He's not a coder. He likes to pretend. So he tweeted something like, "Oh, I see why Twitter's slow in overseas. We have more than 10,000 remote procedure calls, and it's slowing it down." To which one of his engineers, the guy working on this particular problem on Android, said, "No, that's not the problem. All the remote procedure calls happen inside the network over fiber. You could have 20,000, you could have 1 million, it wouldn't matter. They're very fast.
Over fiber.
There's other issues that are causing the slowdown overseas. I know. I work on this at Twitter," to which Elon's response is, "You're fired."
You're fired. Yeah, jeez.
Yep.
That's going to be a problem in the long run.
Then he came out with his new requirement.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying about narcissists. Elon Musk has a personality trait similar to Trump, which is just, toxic narcissism. And one of the features of toxic narcissists who are very smart, as Elon Musk clearly is, and this answer is something that somebody was asking about in the Club Twit Discord a little while ago. Why he's so smart? Why would he be making all these dumb moves? And I think the reason is that people who are really good at really hard things and they're also narcissistic tend to believe that because they're good at really hard things, they're really good at all the hard things. And I've worked with a lot of, I've been an editor for decades, working with technical people who are brilliant developers. And because they know they're brilliant developers, they think, well, I'm also a brilliant writer. I'm also a brilliant speaker. I'm also a brilliant this, a brilliant that. And it's just something that goes along with a lot of competence in one area plus narcissism makes you think he literally thinks he knows better than the 10,000 people who've been working on these problems.
He won't listen to anybody.
For a decade.
There's a name for this. It's called the dunning-kruger effect. A cognitive bias in which people wrongly overestimate their knowledge or ability in a specific area. This is from Psychology Today. This tends to occur because a lack of self-awareness prevents them from accurately assessing their own skills. And you're kind of expanding on it by saying, well, because they're smart in other areas. But honestly,
Dunning-Kruger, Trump, they don't have to be.
Yeah, Dunning-Kruger is a very. So here's the tweet.
Dunning-Kruger is a little different. Dunning-Kruger would apply to somebody like George W. Bush, who just didn't know he was ignorant because he was ignorant. Right. Whereas this is a different kind of thing, and I think it's related to narcissistic personality disorder. But I'm not a psychologist, so don't.
I'm not convinced there's evidence that Elon is a genius in any other field either.
I'm not
to
either.
be honest with you, but
nope.
I'll stipulate that. Because it doesn't matter. We don't need to argue about it. He's clearly not a genius at Twitter. Here's the tweet. BDW says, Elon, I'd like to apologize for Twitter being super slow in many countries. App is doing more than 1,000 poorly batched RPCs just to render a timeline, to which Eric Fraunhofer, who's responsible for this on Android, said, I've spent 6 years working on Twitter for Android. I could say this is wrong. Now, here's a mistake Eric made. You don't tweet that.
Don't retweet it.
There's many a boss that would fire you for that, right? You know better than that.
Yeah. I will say this. I like the idea.
And say, yes, sir, I do.
Well, I wouldn't. No, you know what? I wouldn't. But
I will say this. I totally co-sign the idea or the premise that they had previously where they could say in their Slack channel, hey, Jack, no, I don't agree with this. This is probably a better route to go. That's great. The problem I have is, yes, going public with it.
He did it in public.
Like this. That's not cool.
No,
you should handle that stuff in the four walls.
Two points in his defense. Elon Musk shouldn't have gone public with what he said.
Good point.
I agree with that too, sir.
And there's no way that if we put that in the Twitter Slack channel that Elon Musk would have seen it. He's running 3 companies and he's spending all his time on Twitter. So how do you reach him?
He's never seen it, right?
He was crapping all over the engineers at Twitter. They have a right to defend themselves, I think.
There's evidence that he has fired 20 people overnight, a couple of nights ago, for stuff they posted privately in company Slack.
Privately on Slack.
So, yeah, he's an equal opportunity fighter.
And now he is requiring something new for employment. You have that story, right?
OMG. I don't even know. Can you do this?
Well,
I don't even know if this is legal. Elon has, Twitter sent out, was it last night?
What?
They sent out an email to all employees.
Ant, I got a question for you first.
Sure.
Ant, tell me true. Are you hardcore twit?
I am hardcore twit, damn it.
There you go.
Well, good, because I'm going to send you an email saying
with a form.
Twitter is shifting to an engineer-driven operation, one that will, quote, need to be extremely hardcore going forward. The Washington Post got this email. This will mean, quote, long hours at high intensity. Only exceptional performance will constitute a passing grade.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to make you work an 80-hour week with no extra compensation, and you better be exceptional or you're out of here. And then at the bottom it says, agree to this or take your severance.
Wow.
You have a checkbox that says commit to the new hardcore Twitter or leave the company with severance pay. That was this morning that went out.
Wow.
And if, by the way, if you're looking for more information,
there's just a better way
go
of
to
doing
Twitter
this.
and search for the word hardcore. Just pro tip.
No, don't do that. Don't, sir.
No, I got to do it now.
No, please
I got to
don't.
do it now.
Mr. Benito, do not show his screen.
Yeah, don't show the screen.
Not show the screen.
Something
You have to go down
about
a few-
this is from Run DMG. Something about a guy in his 50s using hardcore unironically in a business email feels like a crime.
Oh boy.
There's a lot of porn fans who are very mad right now because they can't get to what they want.
Yeah. That seems to me like a very mean.
Oh, that's what he is. He's a mean
email.
SOB.
I get the premise of it. Again, I think he's just going about this the wrong way. I have no problem with leadership coming in and saying, hey, let's get it done, y'all. Come on. We're going to do this.
Right.
You know? But
That's a good coach would do that.
right. But he's just
And a
going
good
about
coach
it the
might
wrong
even
way.
say to his team, I expect 110% out of you.
They all do that.
Or get off my team.
They all do.
Right.
So
I have
his
to
premise
say,
is good. He's just going about it the wrong
If
way.
I'm a software engineer, presumably accomplished, been working at Twitter, let's say 8 or 9 years, really love the company because the people who worked at Twitter did apparently really love the company. This guy comes in, is telling me I got to work, I got to double my intensity, got to create exceptional code. Okay, I like that. I don't mind that. Or quit. And oh, by the way, here's 3 months severance if you quit. What are you going to do? I'm going to take the 3 months
I'm out.
because you don't know if he's going to fire you tomorrow
Right.
because you said something in the elevator.
All right.
I don't understand why
If you can afford to, unless you're an H-1B.
Okay,
which
there's
you
some
are.
people who have to. So who's going to stay?
stuck.
People who will have to leave the country will get deported because they don't have a job.
Yep.
They're going to stay. Nice job, Elon.
People. Well, there's layoffs going over all crazy.
Yep.
With
3 months
Meta
is a lot
and
of time.
Amazon now.
30,000 people
There's-
been laid off
Look,
in a week.
Yeah, but okay, Amazon laying off a bunch of people this week. But if you are a good coder, you can find another job in 3 months.
Somewhere.
Don't
Yeah.
you think?
Yeah.
I would think so. There's still people hiring.
Okay, but what if you're? Well, I was going to say if you're a PR person, but you fired all those people already.
Yeah, there literally is
There's other
nobody
jobs there,
in the
too.
communications department. Yeah. So I understand Elon saying it. You're right. It's like a coach, and I think that's probably what Elon was thinking.
Why is he telling it to us? You know, this is the problem. He's basically
you're right.
showing the world that he's like pushing these guys around. It's like it's one thing to be pushed around. It's another thing to have it be done publicly. It's just wrong. It's clearly wrong. We all can tell that it's wrong, and it's just another failure.
And he goes after U.S. senators too. That's part of his pride. So I'm going to go after Ron Wyden, and he are now in a feud, and Elon loves it.
So here's I actually found on Twitter. Thank you, Mike, searching for hardcore. Here is, according to CNN.
Do what I can.
According to a CNN, and they're great.
He's got to put that hashtag in his
hashtag
regular feed
hardcore.
now.
I love what's his last name? Donnie on CNN, the Irish guy who's their social guy. He's so great. I just love him. Donnie O'Sullivan. He's a great guy. Anyway, he says, here's the email. A fork in the road. Going forward, to build a breakthrough Twitter 2.0 and succeed, Elon said this morning, and succeed in an increasingly competitive world, we will need to be extremely hardcore.
Hardcore.
Now, you tell me if a coach would say anything different from this, okay?
Okay.
This will mean working long hours at high intensity. Only exceptional performance will constitute a passing grade.
Sounds like every coach I've ever had.
Twitter will also be much more engineering-driven. Design and product management will still be very important and report to me, but those writing great code will constitute the majority of our team and have the greatest sway. Coders got to love that, right?
Yeah.
At its heart, Twitter is a software and servers company. By the way, Mike Masnick said, you do not understand the business if you think that's true, Elon. So I think this makes sense. If you are sure that you want to be part of the new Twitter, please click yes in the link below. It's to a forms. You actually have to click yes. Anyone who's not done so by 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, Thursday, will receive 3 months of severance.
That's where it falls apart.
Whatever decision you make.
That's where it falls apart.
Thank you for your efforts to make Twitter successful, Elon.
Everything above that, I have no problem with. It's motivational speaking-ish.
That's good. Good point.
You know?
Yeah. Mike Masnick says, if he thinks at its heart Twitter is a software and servers company, it doesn't matter how many engineers self-certify that they're hardcore, the whole thing is going to collapse. Twitter's not about servers and software and never has been. What is Twitter about, Mike? I wonder. We'll have to get him on and ask him.
I swear, every time I see Mr. Masnick's tweets, all I can visualize is him rolling his eyes.
He's a big eye roller. Big eye roller.
I love his feed.
Yeah.
I put up a headline of his today. He did a great headline today. I thought, what was it?
It's like he wakes up every day and he's like, oh, this guy.
He's the editor-in-chief. We've had him on many times.
Tech Dirt.
Here's one.
TechDirt.com.
If you thought the FTC was going to F over Elon, just wait until he learns about the EU.
Did I tell you what Elon said in the lawsuit that he's facing over his Tesla compensation?
Oh, no.
Oh, this is another good one. Elon is better than Trump for news these days. He is our Donald Trump, isn't he?
Right now, he is.
Yeah, he is. Yes.
Right now.
Do we always need to have a villain that we can make fun of, Mike? Is that the
Absolutely? I mean, well, we're living in an age of extreme narcissists. Look at Netflix. Look at what We Crashed, Becoming Anna, the Theranos series. Trump,
Fire
Musk,
Island,
and so on. Bezos. It's like these out of control, promise the moon, delusional narcissists are like, this is what characterizes our era. It seems like.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am Ant Pruitt, and I am the host of Hands On Photography here on TWiT TV. I know you got yourself a fancy smartphone, you got yourself a fancy camera, but your pictures are still lacking. Can't quite figure out what the heck shutter speed means? Watch my show. I got you covered. Want to know more about just the ISO and exposure triangle in general? Yeah, I got you covered. Or if you got all of that down, you want to get into lighting, making things look better by changing the lights around you. I got you covered on that too. So check us out each and every Thursday here on the network. Go to twit.tv/hop and subscribe today.